Oh, hello, and welcome to a scene in darkness in Dublin. It's just a party scene. Um, to begin, the PCs in the room have all received a very beautifully handwritten letter, written in calligraphy, and it'll read out, "Hello, dear." Enter appropriate PC's name here. Due to what happened yesterday, I did believe that there was a promise that I need to live up to. There's a small little bar at insert address here of some random downtown Dublin bar. There's going to be a small little party. If you'd like to come, then feel free. If not, well, I suppose it is what it is. There is no. Well, it says with love, but nobody actually signed it. Other than that, that's what you guys find in an envelope that's been pressed with a wax seal, and the wax seal is just an is. It's an is. But yes,
Is it a capital I or lowercase I?
it's a capital I and a capital S.
Well, first thing first, waking up, calling Karina. Because I've got a message on my door.
Ray answers the phone. Yes.
Have you checked your mail today?
Yes.
So I'm assuming you got an envelope as well.
Oh, yes. Presumably from Atharius.
Litharius, though, doesn't start with an I.
I didn't say Lotharius, I said Ithar.
Actually, it's Litharius. Yeah.
I thought it was Litharius. I'm
Nope.
dumb.
No, it's an easy mistake to make.
Would you like to, all head there together? Maybe, roll up in as a crew?
I mean, sure, I guess.
I just figured that we have larger targets on our backs now that we've done something big and important in a war.
Considering the way Jiraiya likes to do things, I doubt that we'll really have made much of an impression. So I don't think we'll need to worry about targets on our backs.
Well, either way, I'll wait for you there, I guess.
Sounds good.
And Byron's gonna hang up the phone. Make sure Duck Hook's doing fine, doing whatever he's doing, and then head there.
He's fine. Forgot to mention one thing. Karina, yours would have a special little note at the bottom. It says #Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda, you got a shout out.
What the hell is a shout out?
I don't know, it's something that humans say a lot.
Aren't you a human, or at least chilling in the body of one?
Not really.
I'm pretty sure you're chilling in that. I'm pretty sure that's a human body. I might not be human, but that looks like a human body.
That doesn't make me human.
Fair enough. told them I said thanks for the shout out or something. I don't know.
Will do.
If Wakanda could give a thumbs up, they'd give a thumbs up, but they can't give a thumbs up because they don't have thumbs.
I'll be back tonight. She'll actually pet Wakanda, scratchy, scratch, and say, "You stay safe, okay?"
Not going out with that hellhound, are you?
No.
Okay. I'll keep the bed all nice and warm.
All right. Oh, sorry.
My bad.
I was just gonna say on that note, Karina is gonna head on out.
Okay. Anything Blythe want to do?
No, Blythe is just going to head out to where this thing's going on, making sure she looks all nice and presentable. I haven't washed any chemical blood off of her stuff.
I hear it's a good thing to do every now and then.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly.
Then she's gonna head on over to the bar, assuming that Karina and the others all got similar invitations. She's not gonna bother calling Karina and asking. Like, they wouldn't invite me and not invite Karina, so.
Okay.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys all arrive at around the same time to a small little bar, kind of, situated in about the downtown area of Dublin. There are a couple cars parked outside. You can hear music already. Actually, the same music that you guys heard last night when entering the other bar. And the name of this bar is rather odd. The Mortal Oath of Delight. You can probably assume a changeling fucking named it. You don't see the calling card, I should say, of Atharius. There's no black Corvette. Instead, there's just a motorcycle and, a couple other cars that don't look very intriguing or fancy.
None that I recognize, though.
None that you recognize.
I
Okay, I take that back. You recognize two of them because they were the same. Two of them look about the same make, model, and color of two that were outside the bar in Dundalk.
Alrighty. Yeah, so Karina will link up with the squad.
Blythe will pull up outside, get off of Clarity, and make sure she's comfy before heading over to Karina.
Clarity's doing pretty good.
Blythe will offer to bring Clarity something when she comes back out, but then we'll remember how many times Clarity has said, I don't eat or drink because I don't have a head, and we'll think better of it.
So, Blythe, did you get, offered a squireship?
Blythe will tap to tap, tap to tap, play. Yes, but I turned it down.
I haven't made up my mind yet. Without emotions running through my head, it makes sense to join up with a house of some kind.
Tap, 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 play. It'll play because my duties require me to travel extensively. I cannot dedicate myself to one house, to one house, or to one kingdom.
He snaps his fingers. That's right. The Dullahan in Irish mythology had something like where they would hear people dying or something, yes?
Blythe will nod her head.
I'm sorry, Lady Karina, I didn't mean to ignore you, but that seemed pertinent before I forgot about it.
No, I don't really. It's a big deal, and it's something that should be thought about. And completely frankly, I don't think I'm the person that can give you the best advice on it. Because houses mean different things to us.
Do you mean it means different things to she versus commoners?
Yeah.
I don't say that to be speciesist.
Yes, it does mean different things to us in that regard. To me, I couldn't imagine life not being in a house. Surprising, well, you may not find this surprising to do. Many of us put our house first rather than our path. Or she, whatever, but we're this house.
Blythe will tap something out on her phone and hit play. I was always led to believe you guys cycled, and that the houses you belong to in a past life, and it continued through into your cycles.
Generally, yes. I believe that was the case with me. I have been house sitting for a long time.
Blythe will just nod.
I think with my emotional explosiveness and my love of commoners, that House Fiona might be a good fit.
Possibly. They are. When you get past the party animal, there is something quite respectable about each Fiona, and that is conviction. They don't care as much about pomp and circumstance. They just do, and they just believe.
Well, I still have time yet, I believe, before I have to give the answer, so.
She nods, and she'll say, "Right." Well, shall we head inside?
Nice,
Blythe will
friendly
nod.
talk.
Yeah. Right before we go in, I do want to mention to Blythe here. You're aware that there are traveling knights that have no reach words, correct?
Blythe will nod her head. Then will tap out. Tap, 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 play. That is true, but as a squire, I'd have to be under somebody first, and that would cause conflict. Besides, if I start buying into your feudal schematic now, I may not be able to ever escape it again.
That's entirely fair.
That actually brings up another question before we head in. If either of us accepted, where would we go? Who would we be under? Do we just swear to a random noble?
From what I understand, you would be under a Duke of the Prince himself.
Why they'll tap out and hit play. They may already have somebody in mind depending upon which house you decide upon.
And I had myself muted. The lack of emotions allows me to think of more questions clearer, while this heart of stone keeps going. But let us enter yon tavern.
Marina will nod in agreement.
I will nod at that as well. Fine. Spoiled dog. Spoiled dog.
Byron doesn't open the door for Karina, cause he's like, Karina was a man, I think, and he's still confused by all of this.
That's fair. She doesn't. She doesn't carry it away. She will open the door her own day up self.
Then he'll hold it open for Blythe, and then go in last.
Blythe will simply nod her head and then go inside.
Okay. When you guys walk in there, it's pretty much the same deal that was going on in the other tavern the night before. There are a few people, the commoners who had actually left Dundalk, that are in there dancing, along with a few others from Dublin itself. You guys look around. They're all up and dancing, except for two people, the bartender and a young man sitting at the bar. He's dressed once again in jeans and a t-shirt. But unlike what you know of Atharius, his hair is not cut in that mohawk style. Instead, he has a full, well, not really a full head of hair, but he has a, I only know like female haircuts. So it's like, it's a short haircut where he's still got like some hair and stuff. Yeah. There we go.
It's a short haircut where he has some hair. Is that what I heard?
Are you talking military buzz cut? High and tight?
Well,
High and low?
oh well, maybe he. What I might be understanding is Atharius like matted down the mohawk, so that way like his hair kind of like more properly covered his head.
No, like it's actually like a head of hair, like growing on the sides and stuff now.
So it's a mohawk.
No. Like, no, the hair is actually, like, grown out. There is no mohawk. It's... What the fuck do I describe dude's haircut?
It's like he didn't have the mohawk before. It's like he has a full head of hair as if he'd had time to grow a full head of hair, right?
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
I'ma just find a picture. Hold on, of a dude with some fucking hair. Never thought I'd have to do this. Here we go. You know what? That's the hairstyle.
So it's a mop hair. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
With some hair. Some hair. There we go. I'm better at writing, guys. But yeah, and they're sitting at the bar having a drink. A few of the dancers, when they see you guys walk in, will do a round of applause and cheering, like, "Oh, the saviors of Dundalk! Hey!" And then the guy at the bar will turn around. Actually, before he turns around, he'll lift up his drink and he'll just say, "Round of drinks on me," and that gets everyone to go woohoo once again. You know, I hear free drinks are things that people like. And then
Yeah, something nice.
so then he'll turn around. And it's Atharius if he had hair. And he'll just kind of smile and wave at you guys to come on over.
Yep. Karina is definitely taken aback by people actually being like, oh hey, they like she's rather surprised at the recognition.
Yeah, Blythe is too. Blythe is like, oh, sorry, go ahead, Tim.
Nah, that was the first time she had really shown her. It was the first time her and her buddies have really shown their prowess in battle since being in Dublin. Well, as far as she knows, so she'll needs to get used to this. But she shall approach.
I think you wanted to say something, Brett.
I'm
but Blythe actually just looks shocked that people are acknowledging her.
Byron's gonna whisper like low enough to where only the group can hear. They are actually cheering when I entered. I am confused.
Well, guess we did do something. So I suppose we just take the compliment.
It would be rude not to.
Yep. So she will kind of, as they're like applauding her, Karina will, smile and wave.
Blythe will wave as well, in holding her head in her other arm, and then we'll head over to the bar.
Atharius will smile and say, "Ha! You wonderful heroes of Dundalk. How'd you sleep?"
Not very much. Much of the night was spent unwinding after everything. Question: what should we call you here? If we call you something other than your regular name.
That's a good question. You can call me It.
That sounds incredibly insulting.
He'll just kind of shrug and say, I don't know. I don't particularly really care because everyone here already knows who I am. The problem is if they go around telling other people who I am.
We're not going to do that, right? I really hope no one does that.
I would hope so as well, considering, I don't have a message to deliver.
You could say you had a message to deliver to me personally, saying you were going to come for that ass.
He'll actually kind of look at Karina's butt, and then he'll lean back and look at Karina and say, "It's not my kind of booty."
And that's really not what I meant. Also,
He'll give a big goofy smile. Oh, I actually heard that you guys captured the Count instead of killing her.
Yes.
Blythe
So we
please,
made some of her ninjas into popsicles.
Blythe will just shake her head and tap, 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 play. Remember, they weren't her ninjas.
That was a very specific distinction she made.
Tap, 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 play. We need to figure out who that was, because if they weren't actually sent by any of the Ulster people, because they first attacked us when we were coming back from that one Baylor's mansion.
Rosaria.
Yeah. Or tap, 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 tap. Yes, that insufferable bitch.
So she will turn to Avarius and say, but yes, we did end up just capturing her. We had offered everyone we came across that did not attack us first, please, a chance to surrender.
Nice. Thought she would have, like, thrown herself into you guys and, like, gotten killed, but color me surprised. Also, like I said, drinks are on me tonight, so order what you wish.
Blythe will tap, 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 play. I'll have a root beer float, please, and I'll be sure to drink it slowly this time.
Bartender gives her kind of odd look.
Just
And-
a smile on that face. And then back over to Therius, tap, 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 play. Yeah, it was kind of surprising. I mean, she had already murdered the Duchess, though I don't know how long the body had been there. And she was coming around and was more talkative than stabby. But our good Baroness, and she will, clap Karina on the shoulder at that, was able to dissuade her from taking physical action.
Hey, he'll actually stick his hand up towards Karina for a high five.
Karina will high five back, but she'll also say, that was very much a team effort. Couldn't have done that without the rest of them.
He'll look to the other two and just go, eh, and stick out both his hands.
Byron will give him a high five, but he makes sure to do it gently.
Blythe will give a high five with her, and will also make sure to do it gently because deceptive strength is the thing.
You guys hit his hand. It was rather sturdy up there. Like, it wasn't some little weak kid's arm, that just kind of got slapped to the side. But yeah.
Blythe also has to keep up appearances. So.
I'll do finger guns and say, sweet. Sweet. Also, what assassins?
I have something that I need you to look over and tell me what you know and who may have been able to make this.
I hope you do realize that I can't exactly tell you a lot because, as I said yesterday, my heart beats for Baylor and Ulster, and I don't mean figurative. I mean it literally, like, beats for, all that over there. It's a weird thing. Yeah.
Well, maybe then it wasn't made by anyone in Ulster. Would you be able to tell us more then?
He'll just kind of shrug. Maybe. I don't know.
He's gonna pull one of the knives that was used on him. And it's wrapped up very, very tightly and hand it back to him. That is not my property.
Practically leap across the bar to get away from that thing.
Yeah, everyone just kind of stops when a cold iron knife is just produced, because shit.
Yeah, Karina didn't know that was there.
Neither did Blythe.
That's still.
Because cold iron is hella illegal and everywhere.
Karina's just.
Yes,
No,
but it also stabbed him, so.
Karina is just gonna say, for the sake of legality, after it's looked at, I'm going to have to. That's super illegal to have.
I'll take it back with me. Cold iron's not that big a deal for nobles up there.
Oh, all right.
We-
Yeah.
We slightly mass produce it, but that's neither here nor there. He'll handle it so casually. It's very disconcerting because unlike everybody else, he gets, no penalties really, or no banality from it. And so he'll look it over. He'll say, no, these don't really look like the daggers that I use we loosely, that we make up there. All of our daggers have a small little insignia, usually found on the pommel. This one doesn't have it.
Blythe will tap out on her phone. These weapons were carried by black-clad assassins that were wearing masks but had fake qualities to them that were just apparently they've got missions, and one of their missions is to kill us.
Huh. Well, from what I know, it's nothing from Ulster.
And forgive me for, bringing this to you, but I was hoping to meet you at some point and ask you that question. Because I figured you would know and be willing to talk to us if it didn't come from Ulster.
Black-clad assassins wearing masks, carrying cold iron. Did they seem uncomfortable wielding these?
No, and they were very good at the stabbing.
They were quite tap. They were quite emphatic in their usage.
One of them was good at being one.
And tap, and it looked like it was gleaming with something, maybe an ichor or poison.
Huh. Well, I am no scientist. I know one of you here is a scientist. There might be some residual whatever woojimy goo left on the blade. You could always go test that and see if it came from an animal or something of that sort.
Karina's somewhat surprised because she almost never tells anyone that she's a scientist.
He'll smile and say, I hope you don't worry too much. I am a messenger, but I dabble in other things like spycraft. And for a little bit, I did gather information for those who I was sentenced to work under. So.
I figured you had known a bit about me, considering you knew me on our first meeting.
I had to. It was actually one of my first assignments when I got sent down to Dundalk. Was pretty much learn all the quote unquote big players in Dublin and its surrounding areas. But yes. I'd suggest if you have like a cotton swab or something, I think that's what they do in like those NCIS and movies and TV shows and whatnot. Swap
Yes,
it.
there are ways I can get a sample. I have everything in my car. Luckily.
He'll give her a thumbs up. And then he'll say, as everyone knows, let's be honest here, if they didn't seem uncomfortable wielding cold iron, they're probably from Baylor. And there's only one group in lovely, lovely House Baylor that I know that does anything assassin-like, which is rather curious, because they're not from Ulster. Not the group, but like the assassins. At least I don't think that anyone has been sending them, unless it's like Dariath going behind everybody's back. But
Where else could they be from then? I know Concordia has literally everyone.
yeah,
Tap, tap, tap. Didn't the Countess say that the king was going off the rails a bit?
can't say too much about that.
Blythe will just nod her head and then tap, 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 play. If they weren't from Ulster, though, they could be working for an independent party that has a stake in the king becoming, or it has the stake in the Ulster king becoming Ardri, or it could just be someone that wants to destabilize all power in the area.
It's possible. Hmm. There are quite a few Baylor in Concordia, yes. There's a lot of them in Ulster, and then smatterings of them in other places.
Albion's not very far from here. What about there?
Ha ha ha! English. Yes, those guys.
Oh, I don't know if you forgot, Kim, out of character. Karina does have a British accent.
I remember.
Yeah, she is obviously British. Well, the human body is obviously British.
He doesn't seem to care. In fact, he'll just kind of look over at Karina and give her a very large smile.
No, the English are bastards.
Oh, I know. I know.
Fucking took our shit. And everyone shit.
That they did.
Kicking them out was amazing.
But no, don't get me wrong, there's a few Baylor everywhere here. Because, like I said, there is one group. So they like to keep ties everywhere. But no big Baylor players in Albion. There's a big Baylor player. There's a couple of them in Concordia, because Concordia is all like, la 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 la, the freelance and democracy.
And Karina realizes that he ain't that progressive.
He can only go so far.
She can only go so far.
He can only go so far.
At democracy and freedom, finger guns from Byron.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But are there any in France? Because France is.
Yes. There are definitely Baylor in France, given its 4-to-1 noble to commoner ratio.
Yeah, don't go to France. None of you go to France.
Personally, I find it a rather nice place to go in the summer, but I'm also a noble, so.
Yeah, I feel like we're the only. If anyone needs to go to France, just tell me and I will just go to France.
And of course, then you can be a noble, but if you're not sworn to anyone over there, they find it very. Well, you're gonna get stared at. Because, of course, if you're not, sworn to some noble in France, then obviously, you could be planning to do treason. France. Lovely, lovely France.
Literally one of the worst places.
On, year views.
Depending on who you're sleeping with while there, you mean.
I'm not sleeping with anyone in France. In fact, I am rather loyal to one particular person. Fortunately, I haven't really gotten to see them in a while, but that's neither here nor there.
Karina nods. Because she's starting to piece shit together.
And it's not really who you sleep with, it's who you have connections with.
You said something about not being able to see the person that you care about. I don't know if you know this, but Karina is a brilliant matchmaker.
What? How am I a match? What?
The Liam Knight?
Oh, that was a fluke.
Why they'll tap out on her phone. That was going to happen eventually. Karina just lit a fire.
Yes.
Did that part of me being loyal just kind of go in one ear and out the other?
No. Like, matchmakers don't just get person A to person B, get them to hook up. It's also smuggling person A to person B.
You're funny! You're very funny.
Clyde is going to tap out again. Without knowing the situation regarding why he can't see his beloved, I don't understand how we're supposed to challenge the person holding his beloved to a duel, and then the loser gets to grant the wish of the winners. Which, out of character, is basically what happened with that scene.
I gotta say though, Karina, it was quite interesting to hear "fuck his brains out" coming from your mouth.
I talk like that. I talk like that all the time.
Yes, but the look on the knight's face after you said it was so amusing.
I didn't see what the problem was.
I mean, you try. Fair enough. Fair enough. We all know which house you're from and your limited connections with things like that, so it's okay. We forgive you.
What the hell does that mean?
He'll smile. He's actually been smiling like this whole time, but somehow his smile gets even wider, and he says, "You got more animalistic than others. You guys don't really get social nuances and stuff like that, I suppose I should say. So you don't really see the problem with just telling a knight to go fuck the brains of a prince out.
There is literally nothing wrong with that if they both consent.
Yeah, but then you have to factor in the politic part of it. Because politicking is so fun and magical, and I want to stab it some days, but you know what, it is what it is.
This is why those members of the Sealy Court need to calm the fuck down. No offense, but I'm just saying, if everyone was on Sealy, it would have been fine. Everyone would have just been like, oh, so they're fucking. Great.
Preach. But you got to remember, the Sealy have these concepts of love and honor.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, silly Sealy.
I was just eating a root beer float.
It's a good root beer float.
Byron's just drinking American beer, so everyone's probably looking at him like he's stupid.
Oh, when did Karina start smelling urine in the air?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm sorry, out of character. I don't agree with that assessment, but the British woman and a Viking the Viking male and a female British woman in Ireland is probably going to have different opinions.
Father's going to look at the beer he's drinking and say, in Russia that's considered soda, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose if you want to take your time getting drunk.
I'm highly tolerant to the effects of alcohol, so this is just a nice drink.
I'm pretty sure sewage water would have been considered a nicer drink.
Barry just shakes his head and keeps drinking I'm gonna go Budweiser. Just cuz.
Hey, it could have been worse. He could have gone with Bud Light.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
At that point, even the American would have been like, why? But why though?
Okay.
So you don't drink that in the summer, you drink Corona in the summer.
You guys have a very odd sense of drinks. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even gotten
You need watery beer during the summer when it hits 110 plus degrees for long periods of time.
You would die if it were 110 degrees.
I would like to point you to this small state that is actually the size of Ireland called Alabama.
You would still die. No, you would literally die.
Yeah, no, it's heat stroke, and I'm not sure if you know temperatures, but the brain starts melting at about 105.
No. That's your internal body. You can still be outside and it be 110 degrees.
That still leads back to the whole thing. I'm pretty sure it's known as heat stroke. I'm not a doctor or anything. This is just from what I hear. We don't really have that here, given it's Ireland.
No. Seriously, you die at 100 degrees.
No, you go outside and you mow the grass.
No, you're super dead. You are on fire.
I guess I shouldn't tell you about Paris's Island 120 degree weather then, should I?
Everyone would be dead.
And yet there are Marines all the time.
No, they're extremely dead. You're probably wrong somehow.
Well, I came out of Paris Island. I'm not dead.
And at some point, I'm going to roll wits. No, because even once it hits once it starts to hit 50, it gets unsafe. We're talking double that, then that's just you're unimaginably ridiculously dead.
Ah.
50 degrees is like when you freeze to death as an ice cube. What are you talking about?
You have to remember he's an American. He's not speaking Celsius, Karina.
Oh, right. You're using. Okay, never mind. Fucking.
Heat stroke's still a thing, though. If your body gets over 102.
You are correct. Heat stroke is a thing, but that's why you drink lots of water or watery beer.
That's.
I will tap out. Can you just drink lemonade? It's much nicer.
This is true. Lemonade is much better.
I think the difference is lemonade doesn't get you drunk.
This is the truth.
Play the right kind of lemonade can get you drunk.
Isn't there like a company over there in America called like Mike's Hard Lemonade or whatever?
Yeah, they also have cranberry, strawberry vodka, and something else.
I'm not going to lie. That is okay. I had that in Albion. Although I just realized I have not gotten my drink.
What shall the wonderful Lady Stormfury choose for her drink?
I would like to get blood on the vine.
Bartender nods and whips one up.
Basically, it's Tim's made-up variant of Death on the Vine, which uses red wine and vodka instead of white wine and vodka.
I'm confused by why you added the wine to the actual drink.
That's just what they call it. It's a variation of a drink that's very popular in California, from what I understand.
Well, if we're going to drink to get drunk, why not drink a hurricane?
What is that?
Well, depending on where you're from, a hurricane is either every rum they have under the counter and above the counter, or it's, I believe, bourbon in some states.
All right. I mean, fuck it. Let's give it a shot. Let's try new things.
All right. Byron's gonna pull out money and start putting it, and put like $300 on the bar.
The bartender will push the money back and then hand the drinks.
Byron just shrugs, puts the money back in his wallet, and starts drinking.
Brina will nurse her drink as well. She ain't drinking to get fucked up. She's just drinking to feel good.
This is actually kind of pleasant.
It is. Very rare to be able to just sit and have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Clive will nod and then we'll tap out. I don't really like alcohol. I guess I'm a bad Irish person.
I feel like I'm not really qualified to respond to that.
Not as another Irish person here. I don't really think it matters unless you want to play up to like our nation's stereotypes. Like, not everyone enjoys drinking. Cool. And
Blythe will simply nod. Then tap to tap. I do like Jameson dropped into Guinness though.
Those are quite good, yes.
For those who don't know, that's what an Irish car bomb is.
Oh, alright.
Don't you light the Jameson on fire before dropping it, though?
It depends on the bar. A lot of times, wherever you go, they will not light it on fire. Also, there are some bars that will put Bailey's on top of the Jameson before they drop it in, and that's just disgusting. At that point, Blythe's gonna look over to the bartender, tap out something on her phone, show it to the bartender. It'll basically say, "I'll have an Irish car bomb and a rum runner, please."
gives them a thumbs up and creates the drink before sliding it over to her.
Alright, so which one does she get first? She gets the... Now, does she get the car bomb first or the rum runner first?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so both. Alright, so you'll see Blythe is, tiny. First thing she'll do is she will put her head on her thing and fasten it so she doesn't have to do this in a weird way. As it gets dropped in there, she'll take the Irish car bomb and she will. It's not. And by the way, it's not like a little bit of Guinness. It's like a tall boy of Guinness. It'll be dropped. She will chug it all the way back. Set it down. It's completely dry. The shot glass is still in there, by the way. Then she will take the rum runner, take her head off, and connect the straws, and start sipping the rum runner through the straws. By the way, if you don't know what a rum runner is, it's rum, blackberry liqueur, raspberry liqueur, banana liqueur, and 151 that's been put into a blender with ice and then poured into a cup. Blythe will mentally communicate with Clarity saying, "You might have to drive home."
I always drive home.
No, I might be getting drunk tonight.
I still always drive home. You'll be fine.
Blythe will nod. I love you.
I love you too.
So Blythe just downed basically a pint glass of Guinness with a shot of Jameson in the center, and is now sipping at a frozen alcoholic beverage. So your guys' move.
I'm quite curious if the Irish in the room don't mind me asking this question.
Who is she asking?
The Irish people in the same. So pretty much Atharius and Blythe. Out of character, if you guys want to answer, that's perfectly fine. but it's something Karina is curious about. She'll say. So, jokes aside, I know that from what I have read, England has had a long history of oppressing Ireland. How she's trying to find a good way to ask this. Amongst you all today, is there still a lot of resentment towards either England itself or just English people generally?
Tap, 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 play. I mean, just as the English kind of get on the Irish, it's kind of the same way. We don't want them to start being imperializing again and, coming after us through Northern Ireland.
She'll nod.
Tap, 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 play. There's been a long and bloody history involving our two countries. We are somewhat at peace. We'd probably still be a united front if they hadn't chosen to Brexit.
Oh, yes, Brexit. I am myself, and I felt that was a silly. I felt that was a silly move, but that was just me. I understand wanting to maintain a sense of individuality, but there's a difference between that and isolating yourself. I suppose it's something I just started thinking about since, well, I know it sounds slightly silly. I don't really consider myself British, and I consider myself Northman first and foremost. I just happened to chrysalis in England.
Clive will simply respond with a nod.
I know that it makes no difference to many of the people here, since, well, I sound like them. And thanks to my gift, I act a hell of a lot like them, too.
Liz just sipping at her drink. Kind of thinking. She doesn't really involve herself with a lot of political stuff, even mortal politics. She kind of doesn't know what else to say at this point.
Byron as well is pretty much has no idea where to take the conversation from here.
So, who wants a little game?
All by
Always.
It'll be an adventure, guys.
I'm in.
Ditto.
Here. So,
Blythe will just tap out. I thought getting drunk was the game.
oh yes, this game will further progress your drunkenness. He will hop over the bar, kind of shoo the bartender away, and he'll say, "Okay, we're gonna play a game that I've heard a lot about." And I say I've heard a lot about this game, but let's just say some acquaintances of mine knew some acquaintances who were in Hong Kong for a little bit, and they knew these, like, this one particular group would always play this game called Never Have I Ever. So
Blythe
it's
will just tap out. That won't get me drunk.
we'll ask some really basic ones then. It'll be okay. So, does everyone here know what Never Have I Ever is?
Blythe will not.
It's a drinking game and a fun one.
And you, Lady Karina?
I don't think I've played this before. There are many games I have not played.
Fair enough. Okay. So, Never Have I Ever, it starts off with everybody having 10 shots. Then one person, and we go in a circle. We ask a question, never have I ever, had sex with a random stranger behind a tree in the middle of broad daylight. If you've done something like that, you take one of the shots.
Is that the first question?
No.
Okay.
But it has to be something that you haven't done.
All right.
And the goal is to get other people out. Or, just to ask questions and, see what people have or haven't done. It's a great way to get to know your friends. Yes. So he'll pull out, as many shot glasses as he needs. And he'll fill them all up and hand them out to everybody and say, okay, you start with 10 because that's how many fingers you have. And you just go from there. So, who wants to go first?
Blythe is going to sniff the alcohol. What did he give them?
Whiskey.
What kind?
I don't fucking know whiskey.
He hates us. Fireball.
Insert Irish whiskey here.
So Jameson.
Wait,
Okay.
is Fireball even a thing outside of America? Because I thought we were
Yes,
the
it
only
is.
antifreeze.
Yes, it is. Fireball's a thing outside of America.
Shit,
All right. So if it's Irish whiskey, it's Jameson. Okay.
This is Ireland, so it's Irish whiskey. So, who wants to go first?
I shall go first.
Hey, let's hear it.
Never have I ever sent sexual pictures to another person.
Byron pulls a shot, takes a shot, turns it over.
Blythe does not.
Tharius will take a shot.
Do not use phones often.
I'll go next. Never have I ever had sex in the snow.
Drinks.
Blythe won't.
Tharius kind of thinks for a moment. Then he takes a shot.
Blythe will tap out. hit play. Never have I ever fallen out of a tree.
Drinks.
Never have I ever... Huh. Fuck it. Never have I ever had sex with a stranger behind a tree in broad daylight.
I don't think anybody drinks on that one.
Hold on. Let's not count it out. I have to roll for it. Even as yes, odd as no.
Beautiful.
She has not. She doesn't drink.
Darius is gonna look over at her kind of surprised. Just kind of nod.
Trees are uncomfortable.
Behind the tree, not in the tree.
Still, though, the roots are uncomfortable to lay on. Why would anyone want to do that?
Have you ever, like, laid on the ones that are moss covered?
I'm not trying to fuck up my hair.
Then pull it back in a ponytail. Wait, no. First of all, what kind of sex have you been having that doesn't mess up your hair? That must be some really weak sex.
There is a difference between messy hair and moss-covered hair.
But where's the fun in it, though?
In not having to wash that shit out, and trust me, it's different for me.
Then just pull it back in a ponytail. I'd be like, I thought you of all people would live a little bit. Okay, I'm not here to judge.
I'm already losing, Atharius. What do you want from me?
There's no real way to lose this game.
It seems that there are either two ways to lose. Lose all of your shots, or lose none of them.
It really depends on the group that you're with. We'll just kind of shrug. Anyway, I believe it's your turn now.
Is it already back to me?
Yes.
Okay. Marina has to type. Snap her fingers. Never have I ever been arrested.
Blythe will take a
Byron
shot.
drinks.
Darius will take a shot.
Karina just looks over. Really?
Who'd you look at?
Blythe drank, right?
Yeah.
She didn't expect Blythe to drink. She was looking at Blythe with surprise, like, really?
Blythe will type out on her phone and hit play. Excessive speed. I got caught once. I got my lawyer. I have found a lawyer who got rid of it. They still arrested me and printed me.
Byron's thinking. Never have I ever been offered sex on a tractor and not taken it.
Well, this is an easy game of Spot the American.
Fuck it, Karina's the house to see and she's gonna drink.
What? Kim?
I said, I know Karina's house. Karina gonna drink.
Oh, yeah.
Darius is just gonna look at her and he's gonna say, had sex on a tractor.
The countryside in Albion gets fucking wild.
But not in the roots of a moss-covered tree?
The tractor isn't gonna fuck up my hair.
What if it gets caught in one of the gears? Gonna rip something out.
Why this
At
types
that
out?
point, I
What
would just
happens?
cut my head.
What's she typing, Brett?
Why it's typed out? What happens if you fall off, though?
You keep going, of course.
Oh my gosh.
It's Atharius' turn.
Atharius is just kind of like, his hands are just kind of behind the back of his head, and he's just kind of he's muttering to himself in Irish, so Blythe can hear this, but he's pretty much just like, I don't, I this is a she. What are they doing? He's just pretty much, muttering that in Irish, like confused as all get out. But because Marcus just joined, we're gonna take a little pause for that so I can get Marcus up in here. So, Marcus, you got a letter in the mail, and it pretty much said, "Dear Kincaid Duncern, you do not know me. That's fine. It's okay. I know you. I know this sounds really weird. Don't question it. But there's a party at insert address of local downtown Dublin pub here. It's a small party. Relatively small. If you want to bring food, I'd recommend it. I have heard that you are a wonderful chef. I've invited a few of your other friends. Actually, I've invited quite a few of your other quote-unquote friends. If you would like to join, that's fine. Drinks are on me the entire night. See you here? Maybe? Question mark. If not, that's cool. Signed. It says with love, but no one has signed it, and it was on. This was done in very nice calligraphy, and it's in an envelope that's sealed with a wax seal that has the words I, or the letters IS, and it was just chilling in your mailbox. Is Marcus there? Oh no! There he goes. Okay. What was Blythe's turn either way? Because Atharius goes last.
And he's back.
Hello!
Might be having issues.
Oh no.
Can you hear me now?
Hello!
Okay. I heard all that.
Awesome.
He will cook. If you want me to roll dice, I will. But mostly, he will cook up a mess of food because he's crazy and can. And he will enlist his goons to carry it with him. He will pay them with a great deal of it, and then get help carrying it.
Goons will help.
The red cap goons. So that'll be what it is.
they kind of sneak some of the food when he's not looking.
So he makes extra, knowing ahead of time that there's going to be some goon snatchage. Then goes to the party. He will dress nicely, looking extra cute.
Yes. When he arrives, it is just a little pub in downtown Dublin. There are a couple cars out front, a few motorcycles. When he gets inside, there's a whole bunch of commoners just kind of dancing, enjoying themselves as music's playing. Everyone seems very up and lively. At the bar, there is Blythe, Byron, Karina, and a man that I don't think Kincaid has met before. He's not the tallest. He's about 5'8". He's got a goofy-looking little smile on his face and kind of curly-ish hair. Yes, he has a hairstyle with some hair. I'm not good at describing men's hairstyles, Tim. Okay, you found my weakness. Thank you. If it was a chick, it would be a little better, because then I could be like, so you know that bob Aaron with the 3 screaming children has? That's the kind. But, it's a dude. So it's kind of like it hangs down a little bit, and it's like kind of curly. He's a she, but the tips of his ears are kind of hidden by the curls. Fuck it. There we go. He's wearing jeans and a t-shirt. There's a whole bunch of shots lined up in front of everybody. Well, in front of the people at the bar, I should say.
He just goes in and he's unobtrusive as Kincaid because he didn't tell Cece to show up because he's not stupid. He told her that he was going to be there, and if she wanted to show up, she can. And he's just in the corner setting up the food. He's really not bothering anybody because he didn't go to the big fight because he was recuperating from 5 bash.
Fair enough. The man behind the bar will kind of call over to Kincaid and say, Hey, buddy, why don't you come over here and join us?
Because you're drinking like Irishman and not Scotsman.
I mean, I am Irish, yes. Point being, this is Ireland. You're gonna meet a lot of those kind of people here.
It was my sense of humor. We're not known for our funnies.
Oh, dear Lord, you're as bad as the stories tell. Just come over here, will you?
He goes, if you knew me, you know I was the wrong guy to say that to.
I do know you, not on a personal level. I've done research on you.
You have you?
Yes, I have.
And who would you be then?
Promise you won't go running to the Leinster Guards if I tell you.
He might attack you.
That's fine.
Nope, I brought the kids. I'm not attacking anybody tonight.
I didn't know you had children.
Yeah, you're a fucking... What the fuck? This is a development I didn't know about.
He looks at Karina and he goes, look up.
Karina looks up. Oh, you meant those. As I presume that there are a fuck ton of spiders up there.
There are 3 spiders up there. Whatever, of course, had to come. And then there are 2 others that just kind of came along for the ride because they wanted to see what whatever did.
It's gonna be awesome.
And I'm gonna drive the car?
To be
Why
fair,
is
she got
purposely not looking up and not looking around, just looking right at her shots.
if it makes you feel any better, you can think of them as envoys from another kingdom.
I kind of crackled up a little bit on that one. What'd she say?
That's it. If it makes you feel any better, you can think of them as envoys from another kingdom.
Hey, that's what I am. Anyway, I suppose I should introduce myself. I am Baron Tharia Starsong Ap Alor.
I punch him in the face repeatedly. Unless someone stops me.
Karina will actually hold. She'll be like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
Clive will
on."
hold up a hand too.
Yeah, she'll.
Because a hand can stop me.
Karina.
Byron will bodily get between the two of them then.
Yeah, that's Karina's intent. It's like, hold on. If Byron wants to talk, he can go ahead. I kind of do a lot of the talking.
Let's just say Fancy Pants that's pouring the shots gave us nice information on
That's
how
great. Where's you
to.
from? Where's you from?
From House Baylor.
No.
Let's leave it at that tonight.
What kingdom was you from? Just throwing it out there. Where's you from?
I am from Ulster.
Okay.
I was not one who had anything to do with what happened to.
Fuck do I know that? Move.
Hey, let me talk. I was the one who invited you here. It's a nice little party. You can ask your friends. I'm not the horrible, evil Baylor stereotypical thing. Okay.
Yesterday, he gave us the window of opportunity that we needed to get commoners that wanted no part in this fight out of the city.
You told me that she always had an angle. What's his angle?
Right now, seems to be. Would I be incorrect in saying it's sticking it to the man?
He'll do that kind of like hand wiggle.
What about for your beloved?
I'll tell you more when you reach level 3, friend, and have unlocked tragic backstory. He'll do finger guns.
So at the moment, you've done us a very good solid.
Karina, I brought something for you.
You're cutting out, Marcus.
Yes.
Karina's.
Oh. You hear me now? You should. What about now?
No, it's not the volume that's a problem. It's like your
Crackling.
internet's cutting you out. Your volume is fine.
There's a new cleaning.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Do 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 do.
Just for the lulz, what are the spiders doing on the ceiling?
The spiders are currently starting to create a giant web on the ceiling. One of them is just kind of chilling in a corner, and Karina has seen this one before. It's the one lovingly referred to as whatever, because that's generally all she says is whatever.
Is this the one that immediately got turned with Karina when she called when she called him bruh?
I think so. It's the little what Kincaid refers to as the goon spider.
Okay, which means Karina has called him the Kincaid spider, which means that's the spider.
That's the spider, yes. It's whatever. It has a couple markings on its carapace. That's exoskeleton. Chitinous skin, what the fuck ever. That identifies it, because Karina has seen that one. She hasn't seen the other two really.
Okay.
But that is whatever, who is known for always following Kincaid around.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chill. Sorry. I couldn't know you were kicking my ass.
No, all good, man. All right. But it was Karina something.
He goes, "Did you get?" He goes, "I brought you something, a package."
All right.
Essentially, for the people in the Uncilly squad, Kim, could there have been enough silken armor for each of them?
Could there have been enough what, sorry?
Silken armor for all of them?
Yes.
Okay. Don't worry about how I got your measurements.
Oh, was that Marcus talking to Kim?
That was me talking to Karina saying, "Don't worry about how I got your measurements."
Oh, all right. Well, she'll kind of relax a bit once the gift has been produced. You mentioned it was armor out of character, right?
Yes, it's spider silk armor.
She'll probably take it and say, "This. Thank you, friend."
Don't say that so loud; the other she might hear you.
Thank you, friend.
Titty Angel's gonna have a stern talking to you.
Yes, there are things we are going to need to discuss with him. Came across certain facts yesterday, and I think we may be talking of the same thing.
We generally aren't.
You're right, we generally are not. Our mutual friend made a promise that I don't think has been followed through yet.
Well, it's not like we're gonna make them.
not, but there must be a discussion about it.
Is that more important than the other thing?
All right. What's the other thing?
The thing that made you lose your shit. That thing.
Oh, that thing. That's also quite important. I'm thinking we go and talk to our out of character. Was it a cat puka? Him, the one that we rescued from the Magadon facility.
Yes. He's the
Okay.
only cat puka that will ever show up here. And he had pink hair.
Yeah. Rita will say, yes, we will need to check on them. I assume they have had time to recover now. Readjust.
All right.
If you are good at that time, we will go and see them at insert time here that me, Kim, and you need to arrange beforehand.
I agree to this time.
So what's this shindig about? You're not supposed to punch the guy in the face. What's this all about?
From what I understand, at least, it's a celebration of the success from yesterday.
Blythe will type out on her phone. Hit play. These are the people that we saved yesterday. Aetherius got them out of the city while we were taking on the leaders.
No, I didn't get them out. That was you guys.
Blythe will just tilt her head to the side. Tap, 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 play. You played an integral part in helping us get them out on time.
You gave us the time we needed.
Sorry, I was out of commission, but I spent a week in sexual bliss. Sorry.
You know that I'm not going to fault you for getting off.
Multiple times.
Slight sound of Blythe tapping her forehead against the table. Like literally, her hands are taking her head and going like this. Bump, bump, bump.
You are very, very careless about your head.
Blythe will look over at Karina. Tap, 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 tap. Play. At least, yes, but at least I didn't drop it down the stairs onto those explosive plates.
By the way, I don't know what those tools did. I did not like that.
Tap, 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 tap. Play. I've never seen your wife so aroused.
I suggest you wear them as
Oh,
a
I
hair
absolutely
pin.
have. Don't get it twisted.
Ew.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I have to hear that shit from you all the time.
Yeah. My girlfriend's hot.
Tap. Never have I ever. Do you want to join in, Marcus?
Huh?
Tap, tap, tap. Play. We're playing Never Have I Ever. Would you want to join in? Sorry, I meant to say Kincaid, not Marcus.
Oh, how do you play that?
Tap, 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 play. Somebody says something that they've never done. If you've done it, you have to drink a shot. If you drink all 10 shots, you're out of the game. Tap, tap,
Can I
tap,
just
tap,
drink all
tap.
10 shots now?
That's not the fun part of the game. Besides, Karina's already losing.
You know I'm a red cap, right?
Oh, by the way, there's an empty Irish car bomb sitting near Blythe and a partially, about 3/4 away drunk rum runner. And she's also downed one of her shots.
Does Blythe out of character have a face?
Yeah. If I was on the right computer, I'd be able to show you what she looks like.
I just imagine her as Mackenzie Porter. I'll give you a fuck.
Except that she's got brown hair and brown eyes. Because she's Irish.
Okay, sure, let's play Never Have I Ever. I brought food. I cooked it, so it's good.
Alright. Tap. It was my turn. I need to think of something good. Tap, play. Never have I ever gotten arrested for public lewdness.
Do I have to drink if I have been arrested for public nuisance?
You have to drink if you have been.
He drinks.
They're basically shots of Jameson, so.
Oh, out of character, Kim, are we using the actual intoxication rules, or are we just hand waving it off?
We'll probably need to start making stam rolls after you drink your number of shots equal to your stamina.
Okay.
What?
I need to make a retroactive roll then because I've already drank 4 shots.
Like, it's not that big a deal, honestly.
I mean, I'm already considering Blythe buzzed because she downed a whole Irish car bomb in one shot and drank 3/4 of a rum runner. So that would buzz me. So
actually, mechanically speaking, in this game, you got a pretty good shot of shrugging that off.
Oh, we may not be able to make stamina rolls because my roll isn't showing up yet.
I'll need somebody to roll for me because I don't have.
Or can you engage in hand waving him and not care?
Yeah, if the bot ain't working, it's not that big a deal.
Has Discord broken itself again?
More than likely. Oh, it's another person.
Is that Titty Angel?
Yep.
It is. The titties of the angels. I hear they have like okay titties.
You can ask Siren's mom sometime if you really want to.
I mean, have you ever watched Supernatural? Anna had some pretty nice titties.
I'm not just gonna ask an angel if her titties are.
Ask her really nice. Maybe she'll show them to you.
Monk would.
My little sweet boy would not do that. Okay.
I like how you think he's sweet.
Considering his ass ain't even trying to hit up Samira for that shit.
He ain't trying to hit up anybody for that shit. He's a priest.
I mean, so was the Archbishop.
But the Archbishop... the Archbishop fucked an angel. I think there's a difference there.
No.
Yeah, it's called heresy.
I can't stand you guys. Either way, Tadgel would get a letter in his mailbox today that pretty much states, here we go again, Dear Count Tadgel, hello, it's me again, the messenger. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. So as you probably know, some of your buddies went to Dundalk and recaptured it. It was cool. I met him there. It was chill. We were chill. By the way, if you haven't figured this out yet, it's Atharius, the little messenger dude who showed up when y'all were doing your racing and stuff to help with commoner morale, and I just kind of came in. And anyway, so at insert address of local downtown Dublin pub here, there's a party that's gonna happen at insert time here. So if you want to show up, that's cool. If you don't, that's fine. We've got food and alcohol, and we're just chilling. You call the guards, you're gonna ruin the party. With love. He didn't sign it, so it just says with
I would
love.
just like to point out, I like to think that, you know, you said to Tagel's mailbox. I like to think that whenever he moves his castle, he has a little mailbox that he actually has one of the trolls go and hammer into the ground outside his house.
More than
If
likely.
not, he totally does now.
More than likely.
So I've just been invited to a victory party being hosted by a Baylor.
A victory party for us taking back a Baylor stronghold.
Yes.
Being hosted by a Baylor.
Yes.
Ha.
He will say that
Fuck it.
he's paying for all the alcohol.
I will put out, fuck it, I'll go, but I'm not going to eat or drink anything, and I pity anyone who does.
They're playing Never Have I Ever right now.
Oh boy, you gonna have a surprise.
So when Tintagel gets there, there's a couple motorcycles chilling outside. There looks to be a catering truck and a couple other cars. There's music that he can hear already coming out of the building, and when he goes in, it's a party. Everyone seems to be having a lot of fun. There's commoners out dancing. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I lost my train of thought with that. Yeah, there's some commoners that are out dancing, having fun. There's drinks everywhere. It looks like they're all having fun, just drinking themselves into a stupor on, Baylor dude's purse. At the bar, there's Kincaid, Byron, Karina, and Blythe. Atharius, though his hair is grown out a lot more. It's not the sheared kind of mohawk. Instead, it's a little bit curlier. Probably guess it's for a disguise, considering he's in the enemy territory.
I was going to say, like him, he's no longer he is no longer an official messenger, is he? As in, he's not here to officially deliver a message, which means he is an enemy combatant in enemy territory.
Depending on how you look at it.
How much of a stick does Tintagel have shoved up his ass?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Are we under the bartender's hospitality?
Yes. All
And there's-
hospitable here. Everyone's been having fun and drinking. Everybody except for Kincaid's got 10 shot glasses up. They're all filled with various ranges. Some of them have been drunk, others haven't.
Blood has one drunk, and there's also a empty Irish car bomb and a quarter of a rum runner in front of her, as well as an empty root beer float.
You know what? Let them divorce with the enemy while they may. Tintagel's just going to. He's not going to walk up to them. He's going to lean, and he's going to look. Continue on with your scene.
Blythe is going to look to see if anybody else besides Marcus drinks, to her question.
It was been arrested for being lewd in public, correct?
Lewd in public.
He does not drink.
Ah. Kincaid, are you going to join us?
Kincaid did actually sit down and did take a shot for
Oh, shit,
Blythe's
that's right.
thing. So
Heads.
he would have now 9 full and 1 empty shots of Jameson in front of him.
So Atharias will look over at him and say, "It's your turn, Kincaid, and I will go after you. And then we'll start back up at the front, unless we have anyone else who joins. So,
Ooh, be right back, y'all.
is Kincaid gonna go?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, did you need to leave?
Oh, he's here.
Right.
But nah, it's Kincaid's turn to do Never Have I Ever and give out the what has he hadn't what hasn't he done to try to get other people out?
It takes him a minute, and he goes, never have I ever had 2 strap-ons inside me at the same time.
Blythe, of course, is not drinking.
Marcus has been to a certain club. Of course, he's had multiple strap-ons inside it. Continue.
Byron's not drinking.
Because I'm not sure how this game works. So am I supposed to say stuff I haven't done or stuff I have done and see if you guys have done it too?
Say
Blythe
stuff
will-
that you haven't done.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Tap to tap, but also stuff that you assume people have done to try to trip them up.
This game is dumb. Why can't we just drink? Is this some sort of weird get to know each other thing?
In a way, yeah.
Couldn't we just have sex?
Blythe will actually adopt a horrified look on her disembodied face.
Oh, Tangel, I got you something.
Tintangel will kind of lean up from where, or stand up from where he was leaning against a wall, with a vaguely kind of bemused look on his face.
I got it in size, willowy and pretty. Here. It's silken armor.
Ooh. Tintagel will look it up and down and he'll say, I hope you understand when I say, as a member of House Dougal, I don't say this lightly, but this is excellent craftsmanship.
Yeah. So spread the word, because they're selling it now.
Because they're what now? Sorry.
They're selling it.
Oh, interesting. Kim, Tintagel will take armor. What are stats for armor? Grabby hands.
I'll get that later.
Okay, that's fine. He will then bow respectfully and in a very courtly fashion to the Baylor, and he will say, I ponder, Baron, why it is that you're in our city again.
Having fun.
I see.
They won't let me punch him. I tried.
He will very casually say, as the only sworn vassal of the realm, you have my permission to punch him. I just want to see if he'll do it out of character.
Blythe is going to motion to the bartender and tap tap tap. Aren't you the one that's always telling me not to be rash in places where I don't know the protocols?
He will casually say he will casually, once again, looking at his nails, kind of like, oh, I've got a speck on one of them, as he files it. He will say, however, ultimately, by the way, are we in a freehold or are we just in a bar?
It's just a bar.
He will say, this is just a bar. There are no special privileges or rights that are pertaining to an individual within its boundaries.
Tap, 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 play. What about to an individual who helped us evacuate innocents in the line of fire?
Oh, you've turned traitor, my lord.
No shit. I'm gonna keep talking.
No, I have not turned traitor. I merely took my time when going to alert the other Baylor members in Dundalk as to the arrival of the forces in Flinster.
Oh, I see. What was his name?
Atharius,
What's the second name?
Star Song.
Ah, so we shall start calling you the late Lord Starsong, shall we?
If you wish, that is fine with me.
So you're saying that I can understand an individual turning on their liege lord. It is distasteful, but it happens. But to wantonly allow members of your own house to be slaughtered, all for the pure sense of vanity, or whatever it is that thrill you got from it, that's distasteful.
Tap,
What
tap, tap,
is?
tap, 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 play. We offered them a chance to surrender and leave peacefully. They declined to acquiesce to our suggestion.
I have no doubt, but that isn't my point. The fact is that if you are a combatant in a war zone and you choose to disobey or obey orders at a pace that suits yourself, you are still a traitor.
Atharius will bow and he'll say, "Oh, of course, high and mighty King Dariath, if that is how you see it."
The other guys. This is the thing we're gonna do.
I didn't start it, he did.
Tangelo, you gonna
I
murder this
would
guy
argue
again?
that with the dying breath of each one of the members of your house, you started this, traitor.
Wait, hold on. I don't get it. I thought we didn't like those guys. Anybody who screwed them over would be in our good graces. So we do like those guys?
There are protocols.
Blythe will tap on her phone again and hit play. We went in there using chimerical weapons and put them into slumber. They were coming after us with cold iron knives and guns.
Did you expect House Baylor to do anything less? To
Tap, tap,
them,
tap.
there is nothing but total war.
I don't get it. I'm stupid or something. I'm confused. Why'd you invite this guy if you knew he was gonna act this way?
I thought I'd be nice.
Have you met Daniel?
Yes.
Okay then. So you knew he was gonna do this.
Fair point. Fair point. But I still wanted to be nice and give the invitations out.
He doesn't care.
Oh, I understand.
He almost shot me. And allegedly I'm his friend.
See, now that sounds like a personal problem.
He will say, I can understand. I can understand the distaste for your fellows. However, ultimately, we are at war. So what you did may have helped or garner a victory. However, it is a stain upon your honor. if you wish to fight for your house, then you fight for your house with all that you are. If you wish to simply slink and subjugate and make it so that your house dies due to your own negligence, well, that is your business.
My house will certainly not die anytime soon. It's rather hard to kill us. And, you know, it's funny you speak of honor, as in my house. Things like that are something to be exploited.
So you're saying that we should plumb ourselves to your depravity in order to win a war? I would personally rather lose honorably than win gimping myself for all eternity.
I'll win. I don't care who I do it. I'll win. I'll do it.
You're not a she.
No shit.
He'll shrug and say, if you want to see it as sinking myself to depravity, that's fine. If depravity means just taking the longer roads back to the command central so that innocent changelings may leave the war zone, then that sounds like a depravity that quite a few people
Your
should listen
service
to.
is to your house.
Yes, and I warned my house.
You took your time doing it. You were given your orders.
And in
You
the
chose.
process, you saved a bunch of commoners.
Tatacha doesn't say anything. However, his general demeanor is, oh, how nice.
Atharius will just kind of speak up at this point and say, see, Mr. Duncern, from what I've learned of of your friend, the Count over there, well, he seems to take a very interesting outlook on commoners, and that is, if a few of them die for a better cause, or for a cause that he or the other sheets deem right, then that's fine. After all, they're just commoners. He'd be a great fit for a member of Ulster and of House Baelor, honestly. But instead, he's Dougal.
It was House Baylor that tortured the woman I love. It was House Baylor and Ulster that let those things happen. It was people like him and Lady Minuet and the Count and the King that made sure, and the Duke, that made sure that she came back through all manner of political means that are above my fucking head. So, if you're trying to garner favor with me by making him look like a dick, well, he always looks like a dick, so it's not going to help. You, on the other hand, the burden of proof of you not being a douche, of being those people that did that to her, that's still on you. Now, my kith mate over there says I shouldn't throw hands with you. Karina, who I blooded with in battle, says not to throw hands with you. He, of course, wants me to throw hands with you. But if he wanted you dead, he'd do it himself. Right now, he's just talking shit. And he's going to keep talking shit till you do something stupid. You're going to pull on a pistol you got on and just shoot your fucking head. Hope you're prepared for that, buddy.
Yes. You say I'm always prepared for something like that. And, you spoke of him helping out the one that you loved. I believe that was giving her a pair of crafted wings, yet from what I remember, he's instead used them for his own devices instead of actually giving them to her. How many fights has he been in wearing the wings?
I didn't ever expect him to give her those wings. Dougal always keeps the best for themselves. They always have.
Fair enough.
He taught me that lesson. So did Karina. She, you're always going to do for she. Just when she got those injective wings, best believe he'll give them to her. That's just how things are.
Tintagel is going to very calmly. You'll see him move his hands over his golden armor because, of course he came to this place wearing his armor because #Baylor. He will press a series of clamps and release them, and the kind of little click hiss. Because for those of you who don't know, he wore the wings kind of folded up on the back of his armor. He will casually slunk the wings off his shoulders, just letting them kind of slunk, plunk. And he will walk over to Kincaid, at which point he will hold them out. He will say, "As promised, these were made for your pixie friend. Please make sure that she gets them."
I'm good. She's got no way to fly.
He quirks an eyebrow. I still made an oath.
Yeah, it's funny now. Is the only time you mentioned it. You're not forsworn. You know that. You've lived up to it. You were testing them or whatever. I get it. I don't care, and neither does Cece. If she really did care, she'd have said something, but she doesn't. She thanks you, and she's sure that you can use those for somebody else or for yourself.
He will, at this point,
I wish Timothy was here for that one.
he will turn, reconnecting the wings to his armor. You'll hear the little click noises as he does so. He will then say, as he walks away towards the door, "I wish you luck in your time in Leinster, my Lord Baron."
Thank you. I'll only be here for a few minutes more.
Considering the last time you were here, you killed all of our sentries between Dundalk and the capital, I do hope you did not arrive in a similar fashion.
I don't remember killing anyone on my way down here. I just remember speeding past them. But if that's the rumors that they are feeding you, then that's fine. But you can check. There were definitely no bodies, and my car is still in one piece. I carry no weapons with me, and I distaste using my fists. And here of my not bloody. My clothes were not bloody when I showed up. But okay. I killed all the sentries on my way down here.
Tintagel doesn't turn, he will just casually walk out the door.
Blythe just looks depressed.
Kincaid, if you haven't been filled in, there are assassins milling about in random places that are very hard to see. Be careful where you go.
Blythe will type out on her phone, Remember the guys that attacked us after we came back from that Baroness Baylor's place? Apparently they have homies, and the homies want us dead.
And homies are using iron knives.
So it's like the Accordance War all over again.
Yes. As he just raises up his own chainmail, and there's this huge gash in his side where he took 3 ag.
Hey?
Karina comes back from. You know what? I'll say she was getting the fucking sample from the knife. She comes back in. I assume everyone looks hella sad.
Byron can't.
Fair.
Blythe looks depressed, and her buzz is gone.
Tadgel came in here. Kind of ruined everything.
What did he say?
She thinks.
Tap, 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 play. Threatened Atharius, said that Atharius was bad and that he was a traitor and that nobody should trust him. And then tried to make Kincaid lash out at Atharius, and Atharius tried to make Kincaid turn his back on. And then it'll stop, and then she'll actually pause it and start tapping something else again. My buzz is gone, and I'm very unhappy now.
Our Baylor friend made a couple of comments that doesn't sit very well because of how true they sound.
Can I get a highlight reel? I believe that's what it's called.
Let's see. Tadgel will sell out commoners if he believes that it will help the she or she war effort. What else did he say? He also said that he would fit in very well in Ulster with his attitude and his demeanor.
That I do?
No, Tadgel would.
Ah.
But it's not like he didn't know that was going to happen. It's just one of the reasons that he invited him.
I just invited him to be nice.
Flip restraint, chatted Kathy. Okay, look, here's the deal. No one here's dumb. We know that there's some sort of weird court something going on here. We don't know exactly what it is. Don't mean that it's not going on. Now, my friends here say you did the commoner solid. Don't know why you did it, but we know you did do it. So that owns you a check mark in my book. However, he's not wrong about, well, actually, I don't know that he's not wrong about all kinds of betrayals and all that stuff. I don't know anything about that stuff. All I know is you saved a bunch of commoners and you didn't have to do it. Now, she don't save commoners unless there's a reason for it. They just don't do it.
Blythe will actually motion to Karina.
She's a she. She believes the same shit he does.
Tap play. It was actually Karina's idea to get the commoners out while we had the time.
In that case, my angle was exactly what it says on the tin.
Exactly what?
Oh, sorry?
Your angle was what?
She said her angle was getting the commoners out safety, and she was going to continue on by saying, in the case of a truly devastating battle, those that do not want to fight should not have to be in the crossfire. I think everyone that's on the battlefield should make the choice to be on that battlefield.
I'll tell you this. She aren't Severtall. Sometimes we don't always have to have a meaning behind what we do.
If that was the case, then you wouldn't have invited Sandy.
No, I honestly invited the Count to be polite.
You know him, you know the bad idea.
Yes. I did expect something similar along those lines, though I honestly expected for him to kill me. But I suppose it's nice that he didn't. I wasn't trying to turn anyone against him or for him. I thought we'd have a nice little party celebrating your victory.
Last Baylor party ended real bad here.
Hmm?
Last Baylor party ended real bad.
I know. I do. But I'm pretty sure that last Baylor party also served a smattering of organs that ranged from infants to teenagers to adults, whereas here it's only the food that you have brought and the alcohol that was already here.
Nah, I'm not saying I only say what I mean. What I mean was the last time there was a party, it ended badly, and that's it. I don't mean
Yes.
nothing else behind it.
However, Saint Casual is now gone, and it has been more than 3 minutes. I would suggest that if you wish to leave, now would be a good time. Because he can get to guards quite quickly, and I would not put it past him to send them here.
Nor would I. Nor would I. Mr. Duncern, if you truly need to understand that the reasons I do what I do, perhaps if you need one, because sometimes I just don't have reasons for the things that I do, but perhaps it is because my house gets a rather unfortunate reputation.
I'm a right cap. I wouldn't know nothing about that.
I suggest doing some digging then. Our history is rather horrible, and Baylor is rather horrible. But we don't usually do things like the war that's going on.
Tap, play. That's what the Countess said.
She nods.
The Countess got what she knew from me. Let's be real here. The Countess was just a good little soldier. It's all she ever is. All she ever was.
I thought they preferred to be called Count, though.
You can switch between both. They don't really care. They're them.
That's fair.
Tap, play. The First Musketeer.
I mean, if that's what you want to call them, yeah.
I just think that this is more complicated because you just said something that was real important and real interesting.
And that is?
Well, I picked up on it, so I assume the smart people did too, so I don't feel a need to repeat it.
Why not share with the class, Mr. Dunson?
He says they don't regularly do this, which means something irregular is going on.
Indeed.
And you want to save your house, which is why you're here.
He just gives a large smile to Kincaid. In fact, I'm pretty sure Athos told a few of your friends as to why this oddity is happening.
It might be easier to explain when you're not in the room, because some of the words are considered rude that we have heard.
So, in the interest of bullshit not being in the way of us actually doing something, you have a shitty house. You have a house, which is a house composed of all kinds of people that are all kinds of levels of douchebaggery and not douchebaggery, because every house has got them. Sorry, they do. So, in the interest of saving an entire house of changelings, because no matter how much dicks they are, goddamn changelings, what is it that we need to do to fix it?
I can't really say. At the end of the day, as I have said many times, my heart beats for Baylor and Ulster, though not what it is. More so what it was. And my heart literally beats for it. I always find that amusing. But yes.
That he keeps saying that, Kincaid, but it goes over my head. He keeps literally saying, or he keeps actually saying, that his heart literally beats for them.
Which means we need to look into the previous king/ruler of Ulster and the circumstances of his changeover to find out what's really going on. Right?
Also, maybe I'm just dense, but could his actual heart be beating because of an oath or something? Or some magic?
No, you don't have to dig that deep into it. No, my heart is... I'll show you in a moment. But anyway, King Dariath has been the king of Ulster for several centuries now, and he got to the throne by killing his father, who previously ruled. It's kind of how Ulster does things, to be fair.
Karina looks slightly surprised. Multiple... Are you telling me he did not leave?
Kind of shrugs. It's weird. I say multiple centuries, but it was probably like, I don't know, like one. History is not my forte. I'm not good at this.
That's a very basic...
Lady Storberry, there are some things that my brain retains, and then there are other things that it just doesn't.
It forgets the most shameful act of my kid? Of our kid?
Possibly. You'll have to, like, take that up with my brain.
Karina. We're like battle homies, battle friends, right?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Without question.
Okay then. So, no, you're not supposed to say that out loud, right?
It's not much of a secret that many members of my house did not want to go. I assume everyone in the room is looking at her like, wait, what?
Blythe isn't because she doesn't quite grasp it.
Not all of us wanted to leave. The only reason many of us went is because we were ordered to by our queen.
Oh, look, drinks.
I like drinks. Yum yum.
I also like drinks.
Alright, so 5 minutes. We need to get you out of here if you're going to leave. Though I really do want to know what you meant when you said you could show me your heart.
Okay, I can't show. Okay, just he will. Okay, he'll kind of grab the hem of his shirt and he'll say, "Okay, everybody knows what House Baylor is known for. You know, our deformities, blah blah blah, our flaws. We've got different ones. Azaria has her little tail. Some people got, snake tongues and eyes and shit. Other people got fur and scales. Blah 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 blah. We're supposed to, display these deformities with pride because we're all so happy that we have blood of assholes. But no. He will then kind of pull up his shirt, and on his chest, where his heart would be, where it is, it looks like a fissure. Like, kind of like when a volcano begins to erupt, except instead of, a one central hole, it's more like a little line. And the skin's kind of stony and dark. And instead of blood, or should I say red blood, it is instead this kind of black ichor that every time the heart beats, which it's probably chilling at about like around 70 BPM right now. So it's steadily going ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. You can see it pulsing through, and he'll just say, "My Baylor deformity. I just like to say it, it's what it beats for." I was kind of, Chrysalis with
Kim,
it. What?
you said this is the chap who you said the other day was a bastard scion of the Baylor royal house,
I did?
and his kith flaw is oddly nearly identical to Ashran's.
Yes.
Okay.
See, I was right there with you, bro. Right there with you.
Uh-huh.
That's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be going at me.
Look, I got plans. There are things. Somebody, reach friend level 3 and unlock his tragic backstory, or just go dig deeper into Ulcer history.
I'm not unlocking
backstory, DM.
It'll probably be Evan because Evan is the only one who has a backstory tragic enough to actually. My wife. Oh wait, I got that bitch back. Yeah.
Kind of. And so,
See, the unfortunate thing is that ever since he brought his wife back, I gave Kim a gigantic chip that says "fuck with me." So basically, we're kind of at this weird no man's land in the sense of she knows if she fucks incredibly hard with my wife, I've got Zach's ward flaw to fuck with. So we're just sitting on the opposite side of no man's land, going, "Don't you do it! Don't you do it!"
Boop the button. Boop the button. Boop the button.
listen here, you motherfucker. I already got to do something to your wife, considering, Zach's ward's soul is fucking God.
It's getting better.
I don't got no problem doing something Tintangel's way.
You are not getting freaky with Tintangel's wife. God damn it!
Just saying. I killed a crewman a lot hard. That's all I'm saying.
Just go back to fucking titillations whenever you want to get your card stamped. She can look or be anyone you want her to be.
Well, he can't. She can't be something. She can't be legs.
Oh, I feel ways. Kim, I feel ways. I'm gonna hide under my blankets now.
Sounds like a you problem, buddy.
I put the red cat motherfucker.
I hope you know that he doesn't actually mean just like literally legs. Minuet's like 6 foot and all legs. That's his nickname for her. It's not actually just legs. I should probably put that out there.
I mean, I don't know, Kim. For all I know, he's a red cap. He could have eaten the top 2/3.
Fair enough.
I only need the one. I didn't need the rest of it.
Oh. Okay.
He'll pull his shirt back down and he'll say, "Okay, are you entertained now, Byron?"
Yes.
Okay. Finger guns.
Pew, pew,
Really?
pew.
He just looks at Byron. Really? Really?
What? It's creepy looking. I like creepy things.
That's
He
my
looks at
chest
the-
you were talking about. It's not creepy.
I go.
It has black ichor pumping through it. It is creepy.
Fair point.
One day I'll take you to meet whatever's mom.
Whatever, we'll just say, "You've already met my mom."
Oh, she did? You did?
I what?
Wait, who? Oh, I thought you meant you met my mom. I know you've met my mom. I don't think anyone else has met my mom.
Kim has also met my mom, who says hello. Sorry, she came in and asked if I wanted breakfast, so her response was hello, everyone. Also, she likes Marcus because apparently he sounds like a proper Southern gentleman.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Suddenly
Continue
went
on.
Elvis there. Dude, go
Oh.
tell your mom I said hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down and get breakfast. I will be back before Tintagel's shenanigans kick in.
Is there bacon? You're getting bacon. Get some
I am
bacon.
getting bacon. Kim, would you like some delicious bacon?
I think we all would like bacon. I'd like to say hello to your mom, but,
Okay, hang on, guys. Do you want me to take my laptop downstairs and you can say hello to my mom?
Yes, your mom's a very nice lady.
yes.
All right. Okay. Hang
Field
on,
trip to
guys.
the kitchen.
Okay, hang on to your britches.
Donna. For anyone who watches this scene later, just don't question it.
For those of you who don't know, apparently Kevin's mom is May. We just accept this.
I feel ways.
Ways about what?
No, many things have been revealed in this scene that need to be looked into.
Yes.
It's like how he panicked my entire venue when he listed the 5 continuous big bads that no one else has noticed.
I know what you're talking about.
On a side note, we are now. I killed my mom.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. How is you? How your mom doing?
Hello, Hello.
How you doing? How you mom and them
Okay.
doing?
Yeah, no,
Yep.
just random internet people, mother. And yes, I'm well aware it is 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, I will fuck off back to my room.
You can't say that to your mom.
But my mother swears worse than I do.
Wait, but we didn't
Yes,
get to
there's
hear
some
her
things
say
like
hello.
unintelligible. Oh, by the way, you guys do know that Kincaid speaks with a Scottish accent, right?
Ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Alright, so packing young Baylor boy into his car.
He's gonna lift up a finger and just say, why are you putting me in your car?
He can't. He
In
can't.
your car. Your car is in yours, not
Hey.
mine.
I brought my motorcycle because people know I drive a black Corvette.
Oh, well then. Get on your motorcycle. It is time for the leaving.
Okay. I know. I'm going. I gotta pay my bar tab first, though. I kind of rented the place out. And you guys had a lot to drink. We never finished the game, so they were just shots, so somebody better go drink them.
Finishes all of her shots.
Blythe will push her shots over to Karina and tap, 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 tap. I'm not in the mood anymore.
I will need to call Ravenna. She will need to drive me home.
We can get you an Uber.
That is fair. Oh, okay. Alrighty. And Karina loses her. She goes back to being a British woman, a drunk British woman. Well, doesn't that make you just warm inside? All right.
I didn't do that. If anyone asks, that wasn't me. It was all her.
And then she's gonna put back the rest of Black shit. Oh god.
There were
Shit,
9
I
of
might
them.
might have to get stamina 4. Okay, this time she's good.
You don't really have to roll. Okay, guys. Actually, it's kind of funny because I just said, oh, you don't have to roll. But congratulations, you guys aren't rolling stamina now. Roll me some perk alert.
Oh,
Can somebody please roll
Okay.
me 5 dice, night side applicable?
Somebody roll me 4 dice with acute senses visual because I can't pull up Discord.
Oh, this one's going to be more. This one's going to be more hearing based.
Roger that.
Okay, you got 2 successes on yours,
Who?
Marcus. How many dice did you need rolled?
5.
And you got 1 success. Unless anybody got any X.
Nope, I only have 3 in perception.
Oh shit! I still need to finish my vocab.
On a side note, I now have delicious bacon.
Nice. Oh, my music.
Byron got 3 at diff 8.
Okay. With 1 success, actually, no, the music is pretty loud. So with 1 success, you hear some, like, footsteps outside. With 2 successes. Those are definitely footsteps outside. With 3+ successes. Yeah, those are footsteps outside coming this way, and it sounds like they're in armor.
Damn. Who can talk really good and
Walter,
slow them
please
down?
tell the constables to make less noise.
Right away, ma'am. As Byron walks outside.
Yeah, there's some guards. And they look rather concerned and pissed.
The good. Wait a second. Tim's character's Baroness, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
The good Baroness inside this fine establishment requests that you keep your voices and your loud footsteps down.
They just look at him, and very plainly one of them will say, "Move out of our way."
Why?
We have business to attend to inside of here, and it is not your place to question us.
But it's my place. What are you doing?
Is Karina actually going outside?
The guard will grit their teeth slightly, one of them, the main talky one. And he will say, "My lady, we have reports that you and the other members in this establishment are consorting with members from Ulster and that are of House Baylor."
Are you a Summer Lord? I'm asking if you're House Gwydion.
I know what you're asking. And no, I am not.
Then which one of these fine men are?
A little dude will kind of walk up. He looks to be a young little she. And he'll step up, and he's wearing House Gwydion colors.
Oh God, Kim, no, not the baby she.
It's the baby she!
You all fuck now.
I want him to use his Summer Lord thing on me. Is that well understood?
He'll nod his head and say, yes, my lady, I'll do that. There's no need really to call me a Summer Lord, though.
That's what we call you.
Why are you so loud?
Why are you so loud?
I'm not loud. I'm not loud, ma'am.
All right, but I want you to do the thing as I say this.
Okay.
Neither me, nor my compatriots, nor the members of this tavern, of this fine establishment, are consorting with our enemies in Ulster, nor our enemies in House Baylor.
I'm assuming Karina doesn't see Atharius as an enemy.
Nope. In fact, she sees him as Karina personally sees him as the way they're going to end this war without political occupation or like military occupation or just the complete annihilation of a royal bloodline.
The little baby she will he'll kind of, you know, just kind of blink a few times at that and then motion to the leader of this little guard squad, and they'll they'll walk a few feet away as they talk to each other. And then after a moment, the leader will walk back over and he'll say, that is fine, but we still need to go inside and see.
Karina invites them inside and does a spectacular flourish with her arms.
When you go back in there and do that fantastic little arm swoop, you also see Tintagel and a couple other guards coming in from the back door of the pub.
Tintagel lets his golden eyes casually scan the room. Be there a Baylor in sight?
He technically didn't leave, so he's probably just chilling at the bar drinking.
No, we made very particular mention that we were getting him out of here.
He's
I cut off your retreat, dear.
No, I specifically, more than
Yeah, that
4
was-
minutes ago, made sure to get him on his bike and out of here
Yeah,
before the guards arrived.
yeah.
Yes, then you went back inside and you paid the bill, and then they showed up. And I did say that he said that he was going back in to pay the bill.
Yeah, but we thought he had time to leave beforehand because he was like, y'all have to do the drinks too, because Karina had to pretty much down 16 shots. And I'm assuming the dude paid on credit card. If he's still in there, then he's still in there. But I think we were all under the impression that he left.
Kip, it's okay. If he's gone, he's gone. I'm not salty.
I don't really mind if he's still there. But I was kind of working off of believing that he wasn't there, so it's kind of weird, I guess.
Nah, just late. Times are weird. Nah, you would have paid and gotten out.
Where is Baron... What's his name?
Atharius.
Where is Baron Atharius?
Blythe is just leaning on her head at the bar, looking very melancholy. Her eyes are flickering a little out of the blue spectrum.
Does anyone answer the where's Baron Atharius question?
Not at all.
Karina,
Byron goes over and gets him some soup.
Karina just straight up goes, "Who is that?"
He will casually remove his invitation from the inside, from inside his clothing, and he'll say, "The official messenger of King Dariath, whom you were in here having drinks with."
Karina opens that up. This isn't signed, though.
It has his name rather clearly there. This makes no difference. In the name of the king, arrest them all.
Out of character, he made very specific notes and not put his name on there.
Yep.
He actually said, "On me, by the way, Atharius," in the letter.
It was on Tintagel's, but it wasn't on ours.
Yeah, it wasn't on ours.
Yeah, Blythe will tap out a thing on her phone and hit play and say, "You're going to arrest the people that just saved the city of Dundalk and delivered it back into the hands of the king."
Yes. A trial by fire will prove your guilt or innocence.
Blythe is going to stand up and walk out, and Karina's going to notice her eyes are yellow now.
Captain, stop her.
I'm trying to decide whether I just unleash and do really bad things.
We'll
Yes.
invoke the autumn.
It's very noticeable now that Blythe's eyes have changed from ice blue to acid yellow.
All right, guess it's time for us to get turned. Karina will ask, and Your Excellency, on whose authority do you act?
My own, as a sworn vassal to the king.
Have you gone to see my liege lord about my accused crimes?
No, he will be informed and may send his representative or come himself to speak for your clemency.
Then I will sincerely decline, especially as one that, well, I suppose we can save that for later, shall we?
I'm just going to pause for a moment, and I'm just going to let him gather, because a lot of things are about to happen very, very quickly. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
It's too late to be starting all this bullshit.
I know.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
It's okay. This might just end really quickly.
There are guards though that are blocking all of the exits, so unless someone's gonna start a fight and like attack them.
Karina's
Why
not going to start a fight
Going
unless
to
she
look at the
pulls the
guards
guns out.
and
Guys,
Let's go look
doing
at
that
the guards,
talking.
and she's gonna see if any of them were at the fight last night.
A couple of them were. They're not like being overly rude or being like American police. They're just standing in the doorways, making sure no one leaves. They're not being rough or pushy.
Blythe is going to pull out her phone and start tapping on it, and she's going to hit enter, and she's going to say, "Are you going to arrest me, one who fought and bled at your side, over one who stood in his castle and watched?"
If it is something that needs to happen, then it shall. You can do great deeds while still cavorting with the enemy.
Then why is not Tintagel arrested for the same crimes?
Who said any of you were arrested?
He did.
Your lawful count just said that I was arrested.
He openly arrested me. He openly commanded that you arrest me, and then sentenced me!
I've never said, for the record, he didn't sentence you, he just said...
Yes, he did. He
No,
fucking
yes, he
did.
did.
We can go
Yes,
right back to
Trial by
that.
fire. That's a
He
sentencing.
did.
Yeah.
That's a sentencing, which
Wait,
he
what?
cannot do by law. Yes.
Wait, hang on. Whoa, what did I say?
You
Yes,
said
Trial by fire. You cannot do that
That's how you
by
pronounce it.
law.
yeah, still though. Trial by
But
fire.
we try all of our complaints. It's basically a matter of saying you will stand trial for your crimes. It's not
But he didn't say you'll stand trial. He said you are going to do this.
yes,
And he
will
acted
say
with
you will
his
stand
own
trial. He said you will stand trial by fire, which is essentially you're going to have your day in court.
That's not how I've experienced changeling law. A trial by fire has to be opened up while you are in front of a judge, and you have to demand your right of fior.
Okay, because I read it as that is just the changeling judicial system. That's just how they try things.
No, you literally just, tried to get us a death sentence. And executed us in the same sentence.
Yeah. Without contacting Prince Lord.
My apologies in that case. If we can, I thought it was something entirely different. People have said you will stand trial.
Guard will just kind of politely say, "And while the Count may have done that on his own authority, we are not under the Count."
Your Excellency, I am required by our laws and by our customs to defer to you in respect. But without my liege lord directly commanding me to go and stand trial, you will bring my dead body into him, and you will explain what you have done and why you have done it.
Tintagel will very calmly raise his hand, and he will say, "May I have a representative of House Gwydion, please?"
I'm gonna just put this out here. Can we please not scream, guys?
I'm sorry, Karina got passionate. I'll keep it down.
Thank you. Sorry.
My bad.
No, it's quite alright.
Yeah,
Poor
really.
kid views.
We still cool at him though. I ain't even mad.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah, no.
He wouldn't have cared if you literally weren't having drinks with a traitor to his house. That's the only thing that rankles Tintagel. He literally admitted to giving the giant middle finger to House Baelor and letting she die.
Yeah.
But Tintagel will very calmly ask, "May I have a representative of House Gwydion, please?"
They'll show up. Give me a moment.
I do like how I described what I was doing to Kim. I literally phrased it, and Tintagel's going to pull some Game of Thrones style shit.
Okay.
You good now, Kim?
Yeah. Yeah. The little the baby, she will walk up again.
It's taking all my inner resolve not to tussle his hair because he wants to look all official and like a person. He's going to say, "Sorry, is he a knight? Is he a squire? What is he?"
He's a little squire.
"Oh, little squire." He will smile and he will say, "You met these individuals outside, yes?"
I did, yes.
"What did they say?"
That they did not drink or cavort with enemies or with the enemies of Leinster or members of House Baelor or the enemies in House Baelor or the enemies in Ulster."
"Wonderful. This can easily be dealt with. Rather simple. He will he will stand behind the Gwydion, and he will say, "You see, opinion is an interesting monster, isn't it? I'm just curious if you had drinks with insert name, because Evan can never remember people's names. We've got such really weird names like Moonraker. One day there's going to be a Moonraker, and I'm going to be happy."
That'd be great.
Arius, our song.
Thank you. Simple. Nice and simple.
At this point, Blythe is going to tap out her phone If this is the point you wish to make, then I'm afraid you cannot arrest me.
Because you didn't drink with them?
Tap to tap to tap play. No, because I am not a member of your kingdom, nor am I a member of Ulster or Corcadance or Connacht. I am a wanderer, and therefore I cannot commit treason against a king.
So you're
Any
saying that he will raise his hand and say, so you're saying that your participation in the attack on Dundalk was cold-blooded murder against she?
tap to tap to tap play. No, because as my allies will say, I never struck first. I only attacked those that attacked my allies
Yes,
and
but
myself.
you arrived in full armor and regalia with an attack force of those individuals who are sworn to our king to uphold and obey our laws. So what you're saying is you murdered she.
Tap.
Incorrect. She never killed a she.
The only one that killed a she was me.
However, Baroness Stormfury, you are correct. I might not have the authority to arrest you. However, this I do have the authority to do. You have called me a liar in public to the face of these knights, and I challenge you to a duel.
Oh.
Karina nods and says, I accept your challenge,
Good.
Your Excellency.
Do not forget, Karina, that as the one challenged, you may set the terms of the challenge. So if you wish to challenge him to archery, where the two of you try to shoot each other to death, you may.
I will happily accept.
And so that will be my challenge.
As you wish.
Are we doing this now or are we doing this later?
Kim, do we have to get... Okay, because this is going to be like real L5R logic. Do we have to get permission from our liege lords to actually duel one another?
Yes.
Actually, Karina will actually ask Tintagel, are we dueling to first blood, yield, or death?
That is for you to determine.
We will do yielding.
As you wish.
I will not spill the blood of a friend if I do not have to. Or at least, in their life, I will not slay another like that.
Yay! Tintagel's second duel. I feel like this is an achievement unlocked.
Right? So this is Karina's first duel. It's going to be interesting.
I will stand as second, if you will have me.
No.
He will raise a Grog, are you a noble? Because you need to have a title to stand.
I have a squire title.
No, you took the squiredom. Oh god, Kincaid must hate you.
Yep.
Is Kim there?
Yes, sorry.
Do we have to ask our liege lords for permission, or is this a case of we can just do it?
It's always been a bit iffy on that.
I tell you what, it's quite late, so shall we GM hand wave him? We have to ask permission.
It's probably best to ask permission of your liege lords. You can duel, but they'll probably just kind of look at you and be like, but bruh.
And they can flat out deny the duel if they wish.
Very well. Tintagel will pull his helmet on over his head, and he will say, before this can commence, we must ask for permission. Prior to this, I did not have a liege lord with whom I needed to inquire as to permissions. However, now I do. But should this be agreeable, we will set a suitable time and location. As for the other individuals here, in the form of Blythe, I would very much recommend your status be confirmed, lest you do not wish. If you do not wish he will contemplate his next words, laws and structure of our court, then you also do not want its protections. It is a double-edged sword. I just warn you.
Blythe will state flat out, never, will tap out flat out, never have I felt that your kingdom was protecting me. Only the alliances that I had made here with my good friends and the work that I have done for several nobles above your station.
Interesting. And as for the remainder, understand that this will be noted, and those parties involved, or those parties who are, to quote Blythe, above my station, will need to be informed. Well, in that case, I believe our work here is done. Captain, actually, wait, did I bring the Cluricon Captain of the Guard, or did I not? I liked him.
Yeah, out of character, are we trying to do this tonight, or are we trying to set this up some other time?
Some other time. It's late for Kim, and
Okay.
I have to do something in like 3/4 of an hour.
Okay. Because of personal things in my life, the best time to get me for this is going to be tomorrow. I can't guarantee my being around on Wednesday or Thursday.
I'm sure we can work it out. I might be able to do tomorrow. It depends on time, obviously.
Cool.
Yeah. No, it's not the captain of the guard. It's just another little guard group that's out and about. They're all just kind of looking at this like it's above my pay grade.
He will thank them, and he will say, "The Duke will be informed as to your speedy and prompt reactions."
He'll kind of nod his head and say, "The Duke already knows what's going on. I say we, but someone already called him and let him know."
One understands. I thank you for your time in that case. I'm going to assume it's a night because you said there were she milling around. So night.
They'll just kind of nod their head and head off.
And Tintagel will turn on his heel and leave with them.
Blythe is going to look to Karina and say, tap to tap, well, it was fun while it lasted. I probably won't be allowed to stay for your duel, since I'm sure they're going to kick me out of your kingdom.
I am giving you a fucking choice right now. You are either going to be a knight, or they are going to kick you out of the kingdom.
Blythe will tap on her phone, hit play. If I become a knight, then I become culpable of treason.
Fair enough. That's it.
Play. It's not that I don't want to stay here. It's not that I don't want to work with you guys in the future. I will not put myself in that position, nor will I put myself in the position of damaging your reputations further.
We'll not do that.
And with that, Blythe is going to nod to Byron, put on her helmet, her bike helmet, going to go outside to Clarity, and she's going to go home and start packing.
As soon as, like, she leaves the thing, Byron just turns and spins on everyone inside the bar and hisses in a way that only Redcaps can do, and he says, "Leave. I have words now."
Whoa, is he talking to everyone else or is he talking to the PCs?
Everyone. Well, no, the NPCs. The NPCs.
Karina will say, if you must speak, we can do it outside.
Then let's go.
As the squad's going to head on outside right quick.
I was curious, Kim, how is Clarity reacting to the? How does Clarity react to the change in Blythe whenever she goes yellow eyes?
She's just chilling.
I just wasn't sure if something happened with Clarity or anything like that. So
We have seen him duel before. There are some things that you should request at the duel.
Such as?
No arts, no relics, no treasures, and nothing that you haven't learned in this life.
Karina will nod and say, however, with that much, it's very easy for Hal to simply say that I am giving him an unjust challenge. Which means he would be able to use the guns that he has created.
Yes, but those guns would kill you, and it is only to yield. Whereas you can simply wing
Frog,
clip him.
Tentagel's guns won't kill you. They're chimerical.
I thought they were real. I thought he carried around real guns.
Nope.
Okay, scratch that.
Yeah. I think in most duels, hey, Evan, Kim, I think we're all in agreement that chimerically killing them is the same thing as yielding in most cases. Considering they can't fight back.
Yeah, if they don't yield before that.
Yeah, I mean, death happened in duels, even if they were just duels to yield their first blood. So having a death you can come back from, yeah, probably.
Yeah, like...
With bows will be your best option, as you've said. No arts, no treasures. It'll just be you versus him. It would be the fairest duel that you can muster.
I will have to think on it in the night. Thank you for your advice, Blehgr. Or, considering what you've told me, Sir Morningstar.
App Fianna. But yes.
She'll nod.
I suggest that you win this. I don't feel like being targeted by St. Tagil just because you lose. And he gives like a very toothy grin.
I have no intention of losing.
Well then, let us depart and make ready for war tomorrow. And he's just going to put on his bike helmet and give a fist over heart salute to her and wait to be dismissed.
You have a good night. As that seems to be the dismissal.
Yes.
Well, Karina's still calling an Uber because she's still hella drunk.
Yes.
That's part of the reason she got mad turns. She lost inhibitions.
Yes. So thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin.